Hello there, it's Gail here from Ornamentology. I thought I'd just show you my latest offering of journals. I've been making a few recently as the hatting season draws to a close. So this is just a little book. A friend of mine was making something and she needed the spines of books and the wider spines, but she bought a whole big bag full, and I think this was just a skinny spine. So I've covered it with this rather gorgeous stuff that's called gimp braid. I know you can stop laughing anytime soon. If you're an English person, you'll understand, or maybe you won't, I don't know. But anyway, my obsession with maps continues, and I put some tea stains on here and some stamps, some stamped work and some postage stamps. And I quite liked this toggle, this coat toggle fastener, because it kind of teamed up really nicely with this colour of this stamping, so that was quite good. So here it is. This is this little offering. It's quite a sweet little book. It's got some more information from the map of which this came from, and I've done some little cards that are, they've got like book pages on the front and little bits of plants on the back. So that's just a bit of I quite liked the green with the green. That's where I was going with that. This is just another little bit. This map here is Chessington, Surrey in 1964. Was the age of the map. Bit of brown paper with some splatters of gold acrylic and some gesso on it. A little bit of gel plate printing of my own, and some fold out end pages from books. More brown paper, more end pages. It's kind of a theme. I've had a bit of a tidy up in my workroom and found all this beautiful paper that was buried under something else. This is a little bit of tea dyed that's happened in that baking sheet that makes it go a bit patinaed. This is an end sheet from a book, and more avocado, red cabbage. I think I put salt on that, which made it look a bit raindroppy. Tea dyed, a bit of good quality sort of thicker card, which is quite interesting. You could probably even tuck things in there with a paper clip if you felt so inclined. More paper. I've kind of done these a bit higgledy-piggledy. I quite liked that format with this book. It seemed to work. Some more hand-dyed paper, little bits of smaller pages here. This opens out if you want to do a bit of a larger jot about something. Just a little bit of, this was avocado dyed paper, and the side that wasn't quite so sunny was paler than the side that was in full sunlight. It's clever, isn't it, all of this dyeing using vegetable materials. A little bit of red cabbage dyed paper. It goes this blue colour when you add vinegar to it. It makes your house smell terrible though. A pocket here with a few more bits of information from the edges of the map. This is a piece of ledger paper. You could write on here if you so felt inclined. I had a go at making my own paper from all the bits and bobs, that the little offcuts from the side, rather than waste them. I thought I would do this with them. This is just a piece of, I think this is the paper that they put under carpet, which is quite interesting. Another, it's just lovely, this information about this ordnance survey map. It just works for me. It's kind of interesting, I think. And then we're back the other way. There's a lot of writing space in this. I mean, I say writing space, but actually you could stick images on there, you could draw on there, you could do what you like with it. There's a bit more of this map. I just thought it's interesting. You could write on the back of it, you could cut it up and stick it in. You can do whatever you wish, really. The world is your oyster when you get it. The pockets are useful for other things that you might collect on your journeys. More of that red cabbage dyed paper. This was folded like this originally, but I've refolded it in a slightly different way just to make it interesting. More brown packaging paper, because I get a lot of that and it seems a shame to waste it, to be honest. There's only so much I can use in my hat packaging. So I quite like the way this is all gathered on the edge of this torn edge of this paper. I think that was oak leaf dye. A bit of tea dyeing. Another little pocket with a bit more mappage in it. Old maps are quite interesting. They're kind of the colour, the way, you know, the roads are. If you looked in this place now, there'd be so many more towns, villages that have sprung up, and so many more road infrastructures. It's just quite an interesting insight into the past, really. You can write on the back of here, obviously. So there's plenty of writing and sticking spaces. You can put pictures in, whatever you like. This is another bit of a hand-dyed paper from that baking tin, it just picks up this patina without having to do anything at all, which is rather magnificent, I think. Some really good quality end paper. I leave the edges on like this because I don't think I want that bit, but I leave these edges on, they're quite sweet. More packaging paper. The other side of the gel plate print, this is just a cog, and there's some circles here. I think I used the end of a tube, cardboard tube, and this is bubble wrap. It's an interesting looking shape when you see it done this way. This is iridescent, it's kind of a goldy acrylic paint. More map, and a little strip of the remainders of this. Because this was quite a long sheet, I tore off the end and I didn't want to waste it, so I put it on here. And this is just sewn through with a piece of elastic that just fastens round here, thus to hold you all together. There's quite a lot of stretch in it, so you can fill it with all manner of things. And I've just basically used bits of paper. This is from one of those wind-up barrel organ things, but it's just an interesting, it kind of picks up with the same sort of yellowy paper that this is, and this is supposed to correlate with the red of the roads. And I just found this bit of green braid, that gimp braid it's called, that was just serendipitously the right length for the spine, which is quite lovely. So it's called The Journey, just because it's about maps really, and it's £25. Now, if you're interested in this book, just let me know. I can get it to you via the post. So size wise, in centimetres, it's 11.5 that away, it's 19.5 that away, and its spine is 1.5 centimetres. If you're not in the UK, just give me a ping and I'll find out how much it would cost to send it to your place in the universe. It's just a lovely little pocket book, actually. It feels really nice in your hand. The maps just feel homely in a way, I suppose. But yeah, I quite liked making this. It's a sweet little journal, and you know, make an ideal festive gift if that's where your thoughts are going. To those people that have everything, they won't have a collection of those strange stamps, that's a certainty. And this telephone number is completely fictitious, so you can ring it, but I don't think you'll get Santa, or anybody else for that matter. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. This is another little offering, and it's called The Journey. Thanks very much for listening. Bye now.